Okay. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. New day, new week, new question. So let's see what question we have for today's video. All right, so the question of the day is, how does one apply to law school? This is going to be fun. Yeah, we ballin', we settling score. You know I need that scene that down. I'm trying to win more. All right, so how to apply to law school. So obviously if you want to apply to law school, that means you're interested in being an attorney for God knows why. I don't know. Just kidding. Best profession ever. No, but really, that means you're interested in becoming an attorney. Why? Maybe to save lives, or maybe it's because something you just really dreamed of. Either way, I'm here to help. So I think the best way to go about answering this question is just to organize this in steps. And the first thing you need to do when applying to law school is study for the LSAT exam or the GRE. I don't think all law schools accept the GRE right now, but I think a significant number does. So if you are better at the GRE and you're applying to a law school that accepts the GRE, definitely recommend taking it over the LSAT. But if you aren't applying to a law school that has a GRE as an option, then like majority of people who apply to law school, you'll be taking the LSAT exam. So if you're gonna take the LSAT or the GRE, I highly recommend, especially if you're taking the LSAT, to consider getting a tutor. And I know, tutors are expensive, but in the long run, I really do think it's worth it, because if you can get a high LSAT score or a high GRE score and you end up getting scholarships in like tens of thousands of dollars, or maybe even get a full ride, that amount of money that you were spending for a tutor, which you thought was so expensive, would be completely worth it in the end if you are not hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. Sacrifice a little bit of money or a lot of bit of money now and get that score to the highest that it can be. If you're sitting for the LSAT or GRE, please take the exam more than once. Don't think you can only take the exam one time and that's it, and that's your score. And at a minimum, take the exam twice. Give the school that you're applying to a chance to see, really putting in all the effort to make sure that I can get into your institution. Step 2, I had to Google this because I totally forgot. It's been so long, but sign up for the Credential Assembly Service. So this platform basically distributes your grades, your LSAT scores, your letter of recommendations, personal statements, and everything else into like a CAS report, which is sent to all the law schools you apply to. All right? Before you even apply, so maybe this should have been step 2, but before you even apply to law school, you need to research the law schools that are out there. You need to know tuition costs, like how much are you going to be spending on a legal education if you go to this law school in comparison to another. Consider the location, consider loan repayment plans, schools that have scholarships, consider schools that have just any other preferential factor that you're really looking for. But for instance, if you're interested in media and entertainment, it's not a good idea just to apply to any school just to apply. Like, I recommend you finding a law school that is ranked high in the media and entertainment arena. For instance, maybe that law school has clinics or courses that is dedicated to that particular practice area of the law. And also note that even though like a T14 law school, you know, obviously is top tier, not all T14 law schools are going to be ranked high in that specific practice area that you're interested in. They might have a overall high ranking, but again, using the media and entertainment example, like hypothetically, because I just don't know the rankings off the top of my dome, but let's say you apply to Harvard and you want to go into media and entertainment, but Harvard's media and entertainment field is ranked like 100, while like, I don't know, UCLA's media and entertainment courses are ranked like number 10. So it's important to just do your research in advance. All right, step number 4, make sure you attend LSAT conferences and other law school related recruiting events. It's very important that you know what law schools are out there. It kind of cuts your researching in half because you're able to talk to recruiters straight up and ask them like, hey, what does your school offer? You can tell them what you're interested in and see just if it's a good fit for you. Also, while you're there, make sure you are asking for application fee waivers. Like law school application fees, they add up. So if you can avoid paying application fee altogether, do so. And honestly, don't be scared because 9 times out of 10, they're going to give you an application fee waiver if you ask. Next, when preparing a law school application, remember to ask your professors or your mentors or your supervisors or other professionals or close friends to help you write recommendation letters, and make sure to give them advance notice so they have time to prepare. Recommendation letters really do go far in your law school application. Law school admissions offices really want to see like who you are and how you relate to others, how you respond to others, how you work well, collaborate, all that jazz. Make sure you're not asking people you really don't have a relationship with, because if you make that mistake and you ask someone that you barely talk to, there is no telling what they will say in a recommendation letter. You don't see the recommendation letter, so they could honestly write you an awful one, and that could affect your chances into getting into a great law school. All right, step 5, step 6, I don't know, step 7. So when you're applying to law school and you're submitting your application materials, there are some materials that hold higher weight than others. Specifically to law school, those materials are your personal statement, your diversity statement, and if applicable, an addendum. So make sure that these are carefully reviewed and drafted and re-reviewed, and that you take your time writing this, because this is an opportunity for you to share your story and your interests. Mind you, I said your story and interests, not a regurgitation of your resume, okay? This is where you have to show your admissions office why becoming a lawyer is very important to you and why you will make a difference in the world. Also, if you don't know what addendum is, it's basically an opportunity for you to give the admissions office something additional about you that will help boost your application. So if you have an LSAT score and it's low, you can make an addendum and say like, hey, my LSAT score is low because I've been working full-time, 60 hours a week, I have 3 kids, and it's just hard for me to study, yada, yada, yada. Just let admissions office know what's going on. Not saying that it's an excuse, but just let them know like what challenges you're facing or whatever other things you want to tell them. It doesn't have to be a challenge, it could be an accomplishment as well. Next, I'm wrapping it up now, but when you are done with your law school applications, just make sure each application is catered to a respective institution. I want to prevent you from sending the right essay prompt to the wrong institution. So just make sure you carefully review your application materials so everything is spectacular. Another step when it comes to applying to law school is to update your professional resume and make sure you are requesting transcripts from either your undergraduate institution, or if you went to grad school, get transcripts from there, just so the law schools know how you do academically when it comes to previous work in your other institutions. Okay, and so that's all I have right now when it comes to applying to law school. That was the question of the week, and I hope you guys enjoy yourselves this weekend, and see you next week.